Hello, everyone. If you don't mind, I'd like to show you something. This is my 10th grade art portfolio. It's not pretty, I can see that. It's blue background with black text, a random image, and a citation that I'm pretty sure is incorrect. Now, this looks like this because I made it in about an hour and a half maybe, the morning it was due. Now, for reference, this is what a good art portfolio looks like. See all those images, and it's so detailed with the process. It's beautiful. It got full marks. Mine got a 3, which is a barely passing out of 7. Now, the reason why I never really completed it till the last second is because I aimed way too high to do something that I really knew I couldn't do. For example, I did one art analysis about Black Lives Matter. I did one artwork that was a parody of an AI-generated artwork, and another one, which was another parody of the oil protesters that were throwing oil onto paintings. And I thought, being the genius I am, could find a way to tie it all together. I could not, obviously. It is very hard to do something like that, and I am not nearly smart enough to accomplish such a feat. Now, what ended up happening was that I felt incredibly judged by everyone, teachers, parents, and rightfully so, by the way. That was a pile of hot garbage, and it weighs on somebody. It takes a toll on somebody. I mean, I was having migraines. I had a bad stomach. It lasted a while, but luckily, just around the corner, I had a week to relax for spring break, right? That was very nice. That really helped. I just got a chance to relax, not really think about school for a week. Just do nothing, right? And that is probably why I didn't get worse in my health, right? Now, the reason that I like to bring this up is the fact that I lied to myself at the beginning when I started the portfolio that I could do this incredible thing, right? And I knew that I couldn't do it. I knew I procrastinate all the time. I'm no good at something like that. But I just told myself I could, and I'll figure it out later, right? Procrastinated on it. And it is a pattern that I see in a lot of high school students where they aim way too high, and the product, well, looks like that. You don't want to have a product like that, right? Now, I see the high expectations happening because of rigorous programs that the teachers put the students through in order to get good grades and get them into good universities. That makes perfect sense, right? I mean, obviously, you want students to succeed, so you push them to make the highest quality material out there. But the students end up aiming too high and just can't get it done. You can't get something like this finished in a timely manner and make it good. It's impossible, right? And that is a mindset that needs to be eliminated. The constant lying to yourself is something that really has to be eliminated in high school. It's got to be killed. It's got to be gone, right? And what ended up happening was that I don't want to say set my standards lower because that was bad, but I was more realistic with my expectations, right? I did work that I knew I could do well and make it good, right? I didn't aim too high. I didn't try to make new grounds in whatever I was doing, not thinking outside of the box. I know I can't do that in like a small assignment deadline. You can't do that. Nobody can do that. High school students can't really do that, right? But I mean, I have so many friends that do the same thing. They just do as 1,000-word essays and try to combine like 5 topics. Just doesn't merge well, right? And when somebody messes up like that, it stays with them, right? Like, they feel judged by everyone they see, but in reality, nobody really cares after a certain time, but that person cares, right? I mean, you mess up that bad. I mean, I felt everyone was judging me. I felt like my math teacher was judging me. My math teacher didn't care about this. This is art. But it still feels that way. You just kind of want to go back in your bed and just huddle up and not do anything. It's horrible for the mental health of a student, right? And I have found a way to get past that, but I don't think a lot of high schoolers have, right? And especially with these programs getting more and more intense because universities are making the standards higher to get in, that we're going to see this more often when we really shouldn't be, right? Now, my main point is, like, stop lying to yourself, right? That's my main point. And that can also apply not to just work, but just life in general. Like, you see those Instagram ads where you can say, oh, you can get 6 packs in a week doing these 7 easy steps. No, you can't. No, you can't. You should know you can't do that, right? It's an Instagram ad. They're going to make you sign up for that, right? But we still try that. We still try it. Hey, the Instagram ad said it. Might as well try it out. And we fail, and we feel even worse than if we just didn't try in the beginning, right? If you aim too high and you end up failing, you feel worse than if you just didn't try at all, right? Because you set yourself up on a pedestal doing this. And then you get kicked off said pedestal by yourself just because you want to spend an hour and a half on something that's supposed to take multiple months to do, right? So in conclusion, my main point is to don't lie to yourself. Just don't. Even subconsciously, don't try to get rid of that behavior. Now, I like to draw a difference between lying to yourself and having high standards. You can have high standards all you want. That's fine. But if you want to have high standards, that means you've done it before, and you know you can do it again. Something like this, I never done this before. This was by far the biggest project I've ever taken on, and I set my expectations way too high for that, right? I mean, I knew I couldn't do it, right? But if you want to have high standards, that's fine. Just know you can do it before attempting, right? Pretty simple, right? Get rid of the mindset that you want to lie to yourself because it might just save you. Thank you.